Many older adults eat fruit every day because they believe it is automatically healthy. And in many cases, fruit can absolutely be a helpful part of a balanced diet. But after 60, the body does not process the same foods, the same way it did in younger years. Metabolism slows, muscle mass gradually decreases, and the liver and kidneys often become less efficient at handling larger sugar loads and mineral shifts. That does not mean fruit becomes bad. It means the rules change. The biggest problem is not fruit itself, but the common habits around fruit eating large portions, eating it on an empty stomach, drinking it as juice or smoothies, and treating dried fruit as a harmless snack. Those habits can quietly raise blood sugar, increase triglycerides, worsen fatigue after meals, and in some people, add strain to kidney function or electrolyte balance. This video is not about fear. It is about a safer, more realistic strategy for seniors. Which fruit patterns to limit, which fruit patterns to prioritize, and how to eat fruit in a way that supports energy, digestion, and long-term health. First, let's talk about sugar in fruit. Fruit contains natural sugars, but the body still experiences them as sugar. Some fruits contain a higher overall sugar load per serving, and some are easier to overeat because they are soft, sweet, and convenient. When fruit is eaten alone on an empty stomach, especially in the morning, blood sugar can rise quickly. Then it can fall, leaving you hungry, tired, and craving more snacks. This cycle can be especially strong in older adults who already have some insulin resistance. Another issue is fructose. Fructose is processed primarily in the liver. In large, frequent doses, it may contribute to higher triglycerides and fatty liver tendencies in susceptible individuals. Again, this is not about one bite of fruit. It is about repeated daily patterns. Next, let's discuss potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that supports muscle function and helps with fluid balance. For many people, it is beneficial. But if kidney function is reduced, potassium may not be cleared efficiently and blood potassium can rise. High potassium levels can affect heart rhythm in serious cases. That is why seniors who have been told they have kidney issues, reduced kidney function, or abnormal potassium levels should be more careful with high potassium foods and avoid stacking several high potassium items together. Now, what fruit habits tend to cause the most trouble? One is the one fruit every morning routine, especially when it becomes a large, sweet fruit eaten before breakfast or instead of breakfast. Another is fruit juice. Juice removes the natural eating pace and often delivers a concentrated sugar load quickly. Smoothies can have the same effect if the portion is large, or if multiple fruits are blended together. A third habit is dried fruit. Dried fruit is extremely easy to overeat because it is small, sweet, and snackable. But drying concentrates sugar, so a small handful can equal a large serving of fresh fruit. Another point is digestive comfort. As stomach acid and gut motility change with age, certain fruits may cause more bloating, reflux, constipation, or discomfort depending on the person. If you notice a clear pattern of discomfort after certain fruits, that matters more than general health headlines. So what is the better approach? The safest strategy after 60 is not more fruit. It is smarter fruit. Choose portions you can control. Eat fruit at a time that suits your body, and pair fruit with protein or healthy fats to slow sugar absorption and improve satiety. For example, instead of eating fruit alone, pair a small portion of fruit with plain yogurt, nuts, or a small protein side. Instead of juice, choose whole fruit you can chew slowly. Instead of dried fruit as a casual snack, treat it as an occasional small topping, not a bowl you eat while watching television. Now let's talk about fruit choices that many seniors tolerate better. Berries are often a good option because portions are easier to control, and they tend to offer strong antioxidant compounds without being overwhelmingly sweet. Apples can also be a reasonable choice when eaten in a moderate portion, especially because the fiber helps slow absorption, but portion size still matters. Tomatoes are technically a fruit and are usually low in sugar. They also fit naturally into meals, rather than becoming a large sweet snack. Avocado is also a fruit, and it is very low in sugar, though it is calorie-dense, so it works. Best in small amounts as a way to increase satisfaction and reduce cravings for sweets. The most important thing is personalization. Your body's response is your best feedback. If you feel sleepy, unusually thirsty, bloated, or notice that cravings increase after a certain fruit habit, that is a signal. If you track your energy and appetite for a week while adjusting fruit portions and timing, You can often learn what works for you better than any one general list. Here are simple rules that work for most seniors. Avoid fruit on an empty stomach if you have blood sugar issues. Keep fruit portions modest and do not pile up multiple fruits at once. Prioritize whole fruit over juice and large smoothies. Be cautious with dried fruit and treat it as an occasional measured item. Pair fruit with protein or healthy fats when possible. And if you have diabetes, kidney disease, heart rhythm issues, or take prescription medications, talk with your clinician about fruit choices that match your condition. Fruit can still be part of a healthy life after 60, but it should match your body's new rhythm. Health in older age is built through small, repeatable choices. Start today by opening your fridge and making one small change. Reduce the fruit that drives overeating and add a fruit choice that is easier to control. Then keep the 3 most important principles in mind: smaller portions, better timing, and smarter pairing.